welcome to the series of sessions on Last Lap to IPMAT 2022 on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. My dear friends, I am Gourav Gupta and I once again welcome all of you to this series of sessions that we are conducting for all of you on our YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. And this is a series, the name is Last Lap to IPMAT 2022. Now friends, as we all know, IPMAT is around the corner. We have very few days, limited number of days left for this examination, and today we are going to see how we can get an A in algebra. That means basically we are going to deal with the area of algebra, and algebra is a very vast chapter and it has a lot of topics, and today we are going to have a look at a selected piece of topics. Now before I'll start this session, quickly, can you please confirm if I am audible and visible to all of you? So those who are there in this session right now, can you please confirm just by writing yes if I am clearly audible and visible to all of you? All right, so I got a message. Fine. Okay, great. Shubhra, Anusha, thank you for confirmation. So yes, I am audible and visible to all of you, and I welcome all of you to this next session of Last Lap to IPMAT 2022. And today we are going to deal with the Quantitative Aptitude section of this examination. Now friends, the level of difficulty of the questions that we are going to see today will be of the level of IPMAT Indore. Okay. So if I'll compare IPMAT, both the examination IPMAT for Indore and for Rohtak, we can say that the level of difficulty for IPMAT Indore is on a higher side as compared to that of Rohtak. Okay, so the question that you will see, the question that we will be solving in today's session will be, I can say that, a little bit of higher level of difficulty, and you can find such a level in Indore examination. Okay, now first of all, let's have a look at the weightage of this particular section and the relevance. So the area, definitely it is quantitative aptitude, and we are going to look at algebra. And the weightage, so you can see somewhere around 25 to 30% of the questions in quant section coming from algebra. Yes, so I can say that this topic is not an easy topic. Like obviously people like arithmetic, and a lot of people I have seen in my life not liking algebra, but we can say that we have to put on more focus on algebra because we find a good number of questions from this chapter. Now once you have studied this chapter properly, then it will not be difficult for you to basically solve 70 to 80% questions that will come in front of you. All right, okay. Now the topics that will come under algebra section, it starts from surds, indices, and basics of algebra. Then it goes to equations of all the types: linear, quadratic, and special equations. Special equations will be the type of questions where you'll have to find out the positive integral solutions, natural number solutions, or whole number solutions for a given set of equation. The next is inequalities, maxima and minima, functions and graphs, progressions, sequence, and series. So progressions will have the questions based on arithmetic, geometric, and harmonic progression. And lastly, the questions may be based on logarithms as well when it comes to algebra. Now in today's session, the agenda for this session will be dealing with these three areas: surds, indices, equations, and inequalities, maxima, and minima. So we'll be dealing with these type of questions in today's session. Okay, so let us start with today's session. Now, before I'll directly jump to the questions, let us look at some of the important formulas, the list of formulas that you must remember. So the first formula is a plus b whole square. The expansion will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. Similarly, the expansion for a minus b whole square will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now, these are some algebraic formulas, some algebraic expressions that will definitely be useful for all of you. Then the formulas for a plus b whole cube and a minus b whole cube. Okay, now Going from a plus b whole cube to a minus b whole cube, you can see that there is an alternate plus minus sign in the second formula. Okay, so in a plus b whole cube, all the signs are positive, but in a minus b whole cube, we have an alternate plus minus signs, right? Now moving ahead to a cube plus b cube and a cube minus b cube. So these are their formulas. So a cube plus b cube, it is a plus b, then a square minus ab plus b square. Okay. Now for a cube minus b cube, what you can do is you can again change the signs of all the terms which have b. Okay, so b की जगह minus b अगर आप substitute कर देते हो, instead of b if you substitute minus b, you will obtain the other formula. Likewise in every formula. So if you remember formula number 1, you can get formula number 2 just by substituting minus b instead of b. Similarly, from third formula to fourth formula, same thing can be done. From fifth to sixth, the same thing can be done. Just a substitution will be required. Instead of b, you can write minus b. All right. Now the next formula is for a square minus b square, which is a plus b into a minus b, the easiest of all formulas. Now moving ahead, the next formula is a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square. So if I'll go to the previous list of formulas, if I have added the first two formulas and if I'll subtract first two formulas, then the next two rules, next two formulas will be determined. So a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square and a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square. So both the values will be, so first one will be twice of a square plus b square because 2ab will cancel. In the second case, a square plus b square will be cancelled and you'll be left with 4 times ab. All right. Now 10th formula, a plus b plus c whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus twice of ab, twice of bc, twice of ca. Next formula is based on cubes. So a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. Formula will be a plus b plus c multiplied by a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus ac minus bc. Now in the 11th formula, I can say that if on the right hand side, the value of a plus b plus c, if it is equal to 0, okay, so the entire right hand side will become 0 and you can say that this part a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc will be equal to 0, and from there taking 3abc on the right hand side, you will get a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3 times abc. Okay, this is possible only when a plus b plus c is equal to 0. All right. Okay, now let's look at the next set of important formulas related to linear equations. Now for a pair of equations a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and it will be a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. If we have the pair of equations like this, then you can say that there will be a unique solution if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So there will be unique solution. Then there will be no solution if the first two ratios are equal. A1 upon A2 equals B1 upon B2, but it is not equal to the third ratio C1 upon C2. There will be infinite solutions if all the three ratios are equal. So A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2 and C1 upon C2, all three of them are equal. So this is something important related to linear equations. Okay. Now next is everything about quadratic equations. So the general quadratic equation can be of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now to find out the roots of this equation, we have two methods. One is factorization method, where we split the middle term and do the factorization and get the values of x. In case you are unable to factorize or the equation cannot be factorized, then you can use the direct formula for finding the roots of the equation. The direct formula is written in front of you, which is minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac upon twice of a. Okay. Now moving further, if you are given sum and product of the roots of the equation and you will have to form the equation, then you can do it in this manner. x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0. So this is how you can form a quadratic equation whose sum of the roots and product of the roots is given. Okay. Now, if a quadratic equation is given, how to find out sum and product of the roots? So if you have this above quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then the sum of the roots will be minus b upon a and the product of the roots will be c upon a. So we are just having a quick revision of all the important formulas that we are going to use today. Okay. Now moving ahead, looking at the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation. Now the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation depends upon the value of discriminant. Okay, so the value of discriminant is b square minus 4ac. Okay, where equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So if this is the equation, determine the values of a, b and c and calculate the value of discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac. Now if discriminant is less than 0, then the roots of the equation will be imaginary and they will exist in pairs. That means one root will be the complex conjugate of the other root, right? This is when d is less than 0. Now if d is greater than 0, then the roots will be real. Okay, if value of d is greater than or equal to 0, then the roots will be real. Now greater than equal to 0, this particular thing is divided in two parts. The first one is when discriminant is equal to 0, when d is equal to 0. So roots are real definitely, but the roots will be real and as well as equal. Okay, so roots are real definitely, but they will be equal as well. The next part is when discriminant is greater than 0. So definitely the roots are real and they will be distinct. Okay. Now when discriminant is greater than 0, this is further divided in two parts. If discriminant is a perfect square, then the roots will be rational. If discriminant is not a perfect square, then the roots will be irrational. And irrational roots will again occur in pairs. That means one root will be the conjugate of the other root. One root will be the rationalization factor of the other root. All right. So I can say that if one of the roots is a plus under root b, the other root will be a minus under root b. All right. So this is what I can talk about the roots of the equation, the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay. Now let's move further and look at some of the questions which are related to whatever we have just discussed. So the main part of this session, let's solve some questions. Okay. Now we'll be solving all these questions one by one. I'll be displaying a question in front of you. We'll be giving you a few seconds to have a look at it, and then we'll look at the analysis and the solution of that particular question. Okay. Now all the questions will be a little lengthy. I might not be able to give you as much time as like possible. So I'll be giving you around 30 seconds to 45 seconds just to get familiarized with the question. Okay. So the question number one on your screen now. This is the question based on linear equation. Good afternoon, Akansha. So question number one, a husband says to his wife, when I was 9 by 11th of your current age, you were 2/3 of my current age, and our daughter Chavi was 5 years old. Find Chavi's present age if the sum of the present ages of husband and wife is given as 92 years. So this is the question in front of you. I'll give you a few seconds to just work upon this question. All right, so let's start with the discussion, a proper way, the easiest way of solving such questions. Okay, now after reading the question, you will analyze that there are two time frames that they are talking about, present and the past. Okay, so I'll use present ages, I'll try to find out the past ages as well, and will establish the relation between them. Okay, also, there are three characters in the story, husband, wife, and Chavi, their daughter. Okay, so here are three characters, husband, wife, and Chavi, their present ages and their past ages. All right, now I'll assume present ages of husband and wife as X and Y. Okay, okay, so Akansha is the first one to give the answer. Okay, Akansha, we'll see which of these answers is correct. So let's wait for a few seconds. So husband and wife present ages are X and Y. Now husband says to his wife, when I was 9 by 11 of your current age. When I was, that means this is the past age of the husband. So when I was 9 by 11 of your current age. So your current age is Y. So I am 9 by 11 of your current age. At that time, you were 2/3 of my current age. So at that time, wife was 2 by 3 of husband's present age. All right. Now this is the relation of the past ages with the current ages. And our daughter Chavi was 5 years. So daughter Chavi was 5 years. This is given. Okay. Now let's see what I can do up till this point. Now a simple concept, a simple logic can be applied here. The difference between the ages of two persons will always remain the same. So let's say today the difference between your age and my age is 40 years. Let's assume. So let's say today the difference between your age and my age is 40 years. So after few years down the line, the difference between our ages will remain same if both of us are alive. Okay. So the difference between the ages of two people always remains same. So I'll write the difference between the present ages of husband and wife, X minus Y. That will be equal to the difference between their ages in the past. 9 by 11 Y, this is husband's past age, minus 2 by 3 X, this is wife's past age. All right. Now I'll take X and Y on one side. So X plus 2 by 3X, that will give you 5 upon 3X, and that will be equal to 20 upon 11Y. Now from here I can get the ratio of X and Y. So the ratio of X and Y, 5 and 20 will get cancelled. So it will come out to be 12 upon 11. So the ratio of X and Y is 12 upon 11. All right. I hope you all are clear up till this point. Now further, one more information is given in the question. If the sum of the present ages of husband and wife is 92. So sum of the present ages is 92. So X and Y का ratio पता है, X and Y का sum भी पता है 92. So I can get the values of X and Y easily. So the value of X here will be equal to 12 upon 23 into 92. So that is 48, and the value of Y will be equal to 92 minus 48, that is 44. So these are the present ages of husband and wife. So the value of X is 48 and the value of Y is 44. All right. Now I'll calculate their past ages as well. सिर्फ एक की पास्ट एज फाइंड आउट कर लो, हस्बैंड की पास्ट एज फाइंड आउट कर लो. सो हस्बैंड्स पास्ट एज इज 9 by 11 of Y. Y is 44, so this age will become 36. Okay, so present age is 48 and past age is 36. What is the difference between the number of years? 48 and 36, that means 12 years have elapsed from past and present. Okay, so they are asking us to find out the present age of Chavi. So I'll add 12 to the present age of Chavi, and the answer will become 5 minus 12, that is 17. So the correct answer here should be option A, that is 17. All right. I hope the entire explanation is crystal clear to all of you. So the correct answer here is 17 years. That is the current age of Chavi. All right. Now let's go ahead and look at the second question. The second question is find the number of non-negative integral solutions for the given inequation. X plus y plus x into y is less than equal to 5. Now this question is very simple because the value, the number on the right hand side is a very small number. Okay, now there is no set pattern of doing this type of question. It's just hit and trial that you can use to get the answer. Okay, so what we can do here is we can start by writing a value of x, let's say, because we have to find out non-negative integral solutions. That means whole number solutions. Okay, तो x और y की वैल्यू क्या क्या हो सकती है? It can start from 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on up till infinity. So these are the possible values. I'll have to see which all set of values of x and y will satisfy this given inequation. Okay, तो x को मैं पहले 0 put कर देता हूं, and I'll check what all values of y will satisfy this. So can you all write it? x को मैंने पहले 0 put कर दिया. So अगर x 0 है तो this part will be 0, this part will also be equal to 0 because x is 0. So the values that y can take can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, because x is 0, x into y will also become 0. So this part is already 0. So y is less than equal to 5. I'll get this. So y का value 0 से लेके 5 तक कुछ भी put कर सकते हैं. Alright, so number of solutions here I have got are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total number of solutions here is 6 up till this point when x is equal to 0. Okay, now we'll put x as 1. Okay, now putting x as 1 in that equation, I'll get this portion as 1 and x is also equal to 1. Now the value will depend on the value of y. Okay, so I can say that it has become y plus y. y plus y. अगर मैंने x को 1 put किया है, so y plus y is less than equal to 4. y plus y is less than equal to 4. So 2y is less than equal to 4. So y is less than equal to 2. Okay, so y का value less than equal to 2 होना चाहिए. That means 0, 1 and 2. So these are another 3 solutions for this equation when x is equal to 1. Now let's put x equal to 2. So x को अगर मैं 2 put करता हूं तो इन इक्वेशन क्या बन जाएगा? 2 plus y plus 2y is less than equal to 5. That means 3y is less than equal to 3. So y is less than equal to 1. Less than equal to 1, that means 0 and 1. 2 more solutions will get. So 6 plus 3, 9 and 2, 11. Alright. Next, x को 3 put कर देते हैं. So when x is equal to 3, x is equal to 3 plus y plus 3y is less than equal to 5. So 4y is less than equal to 2. Okay, and y is less than equal to 1 upon 2. And less than equal to 1 upon 2, so y का value 1 तो नहीं हो सकता, y का value 0 हो सकता है. So again one more solution. Fine. Then for x equal to 4, I can see that x को अगर मैं 4 put करता हूँ, y को 0 put करता हूँ, it will be a solution. If x is 4, y is 0, another one solution. If x is 5, y is 0, another one solution. I cannot put x as 6. I cannot put x any value above 5. So 5 के ऊपर और कोई value put नहीं कर सकते, otherwise the value of y will become negative. Okay, so that's it. I'll stop here. So total number of solutions 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So total number of solutions for this equation will be 14. All right. Now, if you understand this entire process and will apply it quickly, then it will not take more than 1.5 or 2 minutes for you to solve this type of question. Okay. And yes, we do have around 1.5 to 2 minutes to solve a question in this particular examination. Because understand that we don't have to solve all the questions. We cannot solve all the questions. We have to be selective. We have to solve all those questions which can be solved in a matter of 1.5 minutes. Okay, let's move on and look at the next question, question number 3. Now this is a very I'll say famous question when it comes to equations, and people have different ways of solving this type of question. Okay, now I'll try to give you the fastest way of solving this question. So first of all, let's read this question quickly. Sudha and her 3 friends went to Partha's house for lunch. After lunch, they took a few mints from the bowl on the table. Fine, useless information up till now. Now the important part of the question will begin. Sudha took 1/3 of the mints and put 4 mints back in the bowl. So जितनी भी mints थी, सुधा ने 1/3 mints ले ली, and after taking 1/3 उसने सोचा कि यार मैंने कुछ ज्यादा mints ले ली, so she put back 4 mints in the bowl. Then it's Madhu's turn. Madhu took 1/4 of the remaining mints and put back 2 mints. Then Mansi did the similar thing, and then Misty did the similar thing. Finally, after these 4 friends have taken mints, there are 24 mints left in the bowl. I'm sorry, this should be mints. Okay, so there are 24 mints left in the bowl. So question is, how many mints were there in the bowl at the beginning? Okay, a very simple question. Now, some of you might think that this question is complex, but the way you solve this question will make this question look easy. I'll just take one step. Okay, I'll just help you with one step and then we'll start solving the question. Okay, so let's start with this step. Sudha took 1/3 of the mints. So let's say originally the number of mints in the bowl were A. Okay, I'll take it as small a. Fine. So let's say the number of mints in the bowl were small a. Okay. Now Sudha took 1/3 of the mints. So she took 1/3 of the mints. That means A by 3 mints she has taken. So leftover mints, if 1/3 of the mints are taken, can I say that 2/3 of the mints will be left in the bowl, right? But she puts back 4 mints. So उसने 4 मिनट वापस रख दी. So that means she has taken A by 3 minus 4. So the leftover mints will be 2A by 3 plus 4. Alright. So Sudha took 1/3. 2/3 will be left. Then she puts back 4 mints. So extra 4 mints will be left in the bowl. Right. You can consider this as B. Okay. The remaining number of mints. This is the first person. Now second person, Madhu took 1/4 of the remaining mints. That means B by 4 mints Madhu has taken. So 3B by 4 will be left. He puts back 2 mints. So extra 2 mints will be left. And let's say this is C. Third person, Mansi. Mansi took 1/5. So C by 5 she has taken and she puts back 2. So since she has taken C by 5, so 4 C by 5 mints will be left and plus 2. Let's say this is D. And the last step, Misty took 1/3 of the remaining. So D by 3 are taken and she puts back 4 mints. So 2D by 3 will be left plus 4. And this value is given as 24. Okay. Now, if you understand this entire part, this entire portion that I have written, then you will be able to solve this question in much faster way by just writing the leftover mints and doing a backtracking for this type of question. Okay, backtracking से बहुत easy हो सकता है ये question. Okay, so do backtracking, and now for the last equation, I'll get the value of D. So D का value कितना हो जाएगा? 24 minus 4, that is 20. 20 into 3 divided by 2. So 30 will be the value of D. Orally solve हो सकता है. So if D is 30, then get the value of C. So 30 minus 2, that is 28. Divided by 4, that is 7. Multiply by 5, which is 35. The value of C comes out to be 35. I'll get the value of B from here. So 35 minus 2 is 33. Upon 3, 11 into 4 is 44. And the value of B is 44. Get the value of A, which will be the number of mints at the beginning. So 44 minus 4 is 40. Divided by 2 is 20. Multiplied by 3 is 60. So the value of A is 60. That is the number of mints at the beginning. All right. So this is a proper way of dealing with these types of questions, right? Let's move on to question number 4. Now, question number 4 is related to quadratic equation. If an equation whose roots are reciprocal, the roots of the equation this. So one equation is given, 5x square minus 7x plus 2 equal to 0, and ax square plus bx plus c is another equation whose roots are reciprocal, the roots of the first equation. A is greater than 0, then we'll have to find out the value of a minus b minus c. Okay, now this is a very simple question if you have studied quadratic equations just for one day. Okay, now for a given equation, let's say px square plus qx plus r equal to 0. If this equation is given to you, then another equation whose roots are reciprocal, the roots of given equation. Okay, so if I write another equation such that the roots of the new equation are reciprocal, the roots of the given equation, so the new equation can be formed by just interchanging the coefficients of these two. Okay, so p and r को interchange कर दो, coefficient of x square and the constant term. Just exchange p and r. The resulting equation rx square plus qx plus p equal to 0. So this is the resulting equation whose roots are reciprocal, the roots of the original equation. All right, I'll apply the same thing. The given equation is 5x square minus 7x plus 2 equal to 0. I have to form another equation whose roots are reciprocal, the roots of this equation. So I'll just interchange the coefficient of x square and the constant term. So the new equation will become 2x square minus 7x plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, and in the question it is given that this equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So the value of a is 2, I'm comparing them. Value of b is minus 7. Value of c is plus 5. So I got the values of a, b and c, and now I can calculate the value of a minus b minus c. So it will be 2 minus b is minus of minus 7, that is plus 7, minus c, that is minus 5. So 9 minus 5, it is 4. So the value of a minus b minus c will be equal to 4. And that is the correct answer for this question. All right, simple as that. So not even a question of more than half a minute. If you already understand how to make another equation whose roots are reciprocal, the roots of given quadratic equation. All right. Now moving on to the next question, question number 5, a question on special equations. Definitely you can see this type of question in your examination. Test has 90 questions and I am sure a lot of you must have seen these type of questions. So test has 90 questions with multiple options of which only one is correct. 1 mark is awarded for every correct, half marks is deducted for every incorrect, and 1/4 is deducted for every unattempted question. Suresh scored 53 marks in this test. Then the number of, listen carefully, read this statement carefully, what do you have to find out? Then the number of wrongly answered questions by him cannot be less than. Cannot be less than, that means we have to find out the minimum value. We have to find out the minimum value of the number of wrongly answered questions by this person. All right. Now, in this case, first of all, I'll start by making equations. So I'll assume that x is the number of questions that he answered correctly, y is the number of questions that he answered wrongly, and z is the number of questions that he left unattempted. So x correctly, y wrongly, and z is the number of questions that he left unattempted. Now, since the test has a total of 90 questions, so the first equation will be very simple. X plus y plus z is equal to 90. Okay. Now, the second equation will be based on the number of marks allotted to each and every question, and the sum will be equal to the marks that he has scored. So 1 mark is awarded for every correct. So number of questions that he attempted correctly are x. So the total number of marks that he would have scored for these correct questions will be 1 into x. Then minus 1 by 2 for every wrong. So minus 1 by 2 into y, that is minus y by 2 is the score for incorrect answers, and minus 1 by 4 for unattempted. So minus z by 4 corresponding to z unattempted questions. And the total score here is 53. So this is equal to 53. Now, what do we have to do is we have to find out the minimum value of wrongly answered questions. That means we have to find out the minimum value of y. So y ko find out karna hai. So I will not eliminate y from here, and let's eliminate either x or z. Since the coefficients of x are same in both the equations, so I can eliminate x. So first equation minus second equation. Okay, first equation minus second equation, x minus x will be eliminated. Y minus of y by 2, that will become y plus y by 2, that is 3 by 2 y. Then z plus z by 4 will become 5z by 4, and on the right hand side it will be 90 minus 53, that is 37. Okay, simple. I have eliminated x. Now let's simplify this. So LCM leke cross multiplication kar lete hain. So it will become 6y plus 5z is equal to 37 into 4. It will be 74, 148. So 6y plus 5z is equal to 148. This is the equation that I've got. And from here I have to minimize the value of y. Now to minimize the value of y, what I'll do, I'll maximize the value of z. Z की value maximize कर दो, y अपने आप ही minimize हो जाएगा. Okay, so I can write the value of y in terms of z as 148 minus 5y whole divided by 6. Okay, now 148 को 6 के multiples में लिख देते हैं, so I can write it as 138 plus 10 minus 5y whole divided by 6. Okay, so 138 divided by 6 plus 10 minus 5y upon 6. Okay, this is one way you can do this. Wait, sorry, एक छोटी सी mistake कर दी मैंने. Y नहीं होना चाहिए, right side में Z होना चाहिए. So it should be Z. So let's erase this. Or there is another easier method for doing this. Simply z की value को maximize कर देते हैं. So equation is 6y plus 5z equals 148. So 6y is equal to 148 minus 5z. Okay. Now I have to put the value of z, the maximum value of z, such that the right hand side value is positive and it is completely divisible by 6. It is completely divisible by 6. Okay, so this is how you can find the minimum value of y. So the maximum value of z for which this may happen. So मैं क्या करता हूं, इसको 18 बनाने की कोशिश करता हूं. तो 148. So I'll put value of z. I'll put value of z as let's say इसको 130 बनाना है तो 26. So 148 minus 5 into 26, that is 148 minus 130, that is 18. So 6y is equal to 18. So y का value कितना आ जाएगा? 3. Okay, so this is the maximum value of z that I have substituted so that this entire value will become the multiple of 6. There is no other value which is greater than 26, okay, for which this will be true. I can make a multiple of 6, but it will go towards negative side. Okay. So the minimum value of y in this case is equal to 3, and that will be your answer. All right. Simple. So the correct answer here is option B, that is 3. So that was question number 5. Now moving ahead, next question, question number 6. Now question number 6 is based on inequalities. Now the question looks difficult, but certainly the solution is very simple. Okay. Now the question is, find the number of integral solutions for the given inequality. So inequality is x square minus 3x plus 2 divided by x square minus x minus 6 less than equal to 0. Okay. Now the first step here is try to factorize numerator and denominator on the left hand side. So x square minus 3x plus 2, I can factorize it and write it as x minus 2 into x minus 1. Okay, so x minus 2 into x minus 1 is the factorized form for the numerator. You might take 10-15 seconds to do that. You will split the middle term and then do the factorization. I have written it directly. Okay, for the denominator it will be x minus 3 into x plus 2. Right, so x minus 3 into x plus 2, and this entire thing is less than equal to 0. Now what I'll do is I will multiply and divide numerator and denominator by I'll multiply numerator and denominator by x minus 3 and x minus 2. So numerator will become x minus 3 into x plus 2. x minus 3 x plus 2 मैं multiply divide कर रहा हूँ. Okay, into x minus 2 into x minus 1 whole divided by x minus 3 whole square into x plus 2 whole square less than equal to 0. Now why I have done that? Because I have made this inequality independent of the denominator. I have made denominator a perfect square which will always be positive. So the sign of this expression on the left hand side will not depend on the value of denominator. Simple as that. So now I can write the inequality as x minus 3 into x plus 2, x minus 2, x minus 1 is less than equal to 0. Now I can plot the number line and solve it in a normal way. So there are 4 points on the number line. Starting from left hand side, it will be minus 2, 1, 2 and 3. So minus 2 plus 1 plus 2 and plus 3. Now applying plus minus signs starting from right hand side, this is a normal way, plus minus and plus sign. Since I need the sign to be less than equal to 0, I will select all the places where I have negative sign. So I can say that the solution for the above inequation will be x belongs to minus 2 up till plus 1 union 2 comma 3, where the extreme values will be included for this particular inequation. Okay, so from here the values of x, the integral values of x that I can get is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 from the first bracket, then 2 and 3 from the second bracket. All right. Okay, now I'll go back to the original inequation, this one. In this case, if the value of x is equal to 3, if the value of x is equal to 3, then the denominator will become 0, which should not be the case for any fraction. For any fraction, denominator should not be 0. So I'm checking the original inequality. In the denominator x minus 3 है यहाँ पे, so x cannot be equal to 3. So x की value जो 3 है उसको eliminate कर देंगे. Similarly for the second bracket, x cannot be equal to minus 2. So minus 2 will also be eliminated. Okay, so after getting the final solution, you go back to the original expression, original inequation, and then check if the values of x that we have calculated satisfy the given inequality or not. So on the basis of that, I have eliminated two of the values, -2 and +3. So I'm left with four solutions, which are -1, 0, 1, and 2. So these will be the four solutions. So we had to find number of integral solutions. Answer will be equal to 4. So the correct answer here is option D. All right. Okay. So these are very small things that you need to take care while solving all these questions. Great. Let's move on to question number 7. Now, question number 7 is very easy, but you will have to invest a little bit of time. थोड़ा सा time consuming है, हाँ, थोड़े से efforts डालने पड़ेंगे इस question में. So question is saying that if A can take values 2, 3 or 5, A की values given है 2, 3 or 5, and B is any natural number. Careful, natural number, not whole number. So the value of B can start from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Then how many quadratic equations of the form this will have real roots? Now we have seen for real roots, discriminant should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so let's write the discriminant for this equation. So it is b square minus 4ac. Discriminant yahi hota hai, b square minus 4ac. So b square in this case will be 9a square minus 4 into 1 into 2b, that is minus 4 into 2b, that is 8b, and it should be greater than equal to 0. So that means 8b should be less than equal to 9a square, right? Now, I'll put different values of A which are given in the question, for which I'll get the different values of B. All right. So first value of A is 2. So if A is 2, 8B is less than equal to 9 into 4, that is 36. So B will be less than equal to 36 upon 8, that is 4.5, right? Now, since B is a natural number, so the values of B can be 1, 2, 3 or 4. Less than equal to 4.5 honi chahiye. So the values of B are 1, 2, 3, 4. So from here, I can have 4 different sets of equation. All right. Now let's check another value of A. Second case. If A is equal to 3. So if A is equal to 3, I'll substitute it here. So 8B will be less than equal to 81 and B will be less than equal to 81 upon 8, and that will be 10.125. So the values of B will be starting from 1 up till 10. 1 se leke 10 tak, there will be 10 solutions for this. All right. Now the third case, if A is equal to 5. So 8B is less than equal to 9 into 5 square, that is 225. So B will be less than equal to 225 upon 8. 225 upon 8, this value will be 28 point something. 28 point something. All right. Okay. So in this case, there will be 28 starting from 1 up till 28 different values of B. So total number of sets for the values of A and B will be, in the first case there were 4, in the second case there were 10. So 4 and 10, 14. 14 and 28 is 42. So the correct answer for this question should be option C, that is 42. All right. So option C, 42 is the correct answer. And just understand the way we are solving these questions. Okay. Now moving ahead, next question, question number 8. Again, a beautiful question, and this is one of the questions that can be asked in the question. Okay, in the question paper. So question is, a piece of cloth costs 75 rupees. If the piece is 5 meters longer and the cost of each meter is 0.75 less, then the total cost would remain unchanged. We have to find out the increase in overall cost if the piece of cloth is 6 meters longer and each meter cost 0.25 more. Alright, so basically we have to find out the original length of the cloth and the original price per meter of the cloth. Okay, so I'll start by assuming these two things. So original length I'll assume as X and original price per meter I'll assume as Y. Okay, so in the question it is given that X into Y is the total cost, which is equal to the cost when cloth is 5 meters longer. That means X plus 5 is the length, and cost of each meter was 0.75 less. So Y minus 0.75, and that is equal to 75. All right. Okay. Now let's start solving this. I'll simplify the left hand side of these. Okay, 75 को भूल जाते हैं. So X into Y on the left hand side is equal to, let's open this bracket. So this is XY minus 0.75X plus 5Y minus 3.75. So XY minus 0.75X plus 5Y minus 3.75. Okay. Now on the left hand side XY, on the right hand side XY, these two will get cancelled. All right. So my equation will be 0.75X ठीक है minus 5Y plus 3.75 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the equation that I have got. Also, I know that the value of X into Y is 75. So you can pick the value of X from here as 75 upon Y, or pick the value of Y from here as 75 upon X, and you can substitute it in this equation and then simplify it. Okay, now let's see which one will be more beneficial for us. Okay, so I'll put the value of Y as 75 upon X in this equation. Okay, so it will be 0.75 multiplied by 75 upon X. Wait. हाँ, ठीक है. No. So I'm substituting Y, not X. So इसको erase कर देते हैं. So first part will remain as it is. 0.75x minus 5 times the value of Y is 75 upon X plus 3.75 is equal to 0. Okay. So this will be 0.75x minus 375 upon X plus 3.75 equal to 0. Now taking LCM and making this equation a quadratic equation, so it will be 0.75x square minus 375 plus 3.75 x equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. Let's multiply it by 100. So it will be 75x square plus 375 x minus 37500 equal to 0. Now I can take 75 common from here. So it will become x square plus 5x minus 500 equal to 0. Now 500 can be factorized as 20 into 25. So x square plus 25x minus 20x minus 500 equal to 0. So it will be x plus 25 into x minus 20 equal to 0. So the value of x will be equal to 20. Okay. I'll eliminate, I'll reject negative value of x, which is minus 25. So x का value कितना आ जाएगा 20. Okay. Now if x is 20, look at the top of your screen. So the value of y will be 75 divided by 20. Okay, so that will be 3.75. Now we have to find out increase in the overall cost if the piece is 6 meters longer. So if the piece is 6 meters longer, that means its length will be 20 plus 6, that is 26, and the price of each meter is 0.25 more. So original price is 3.75, it is 0.25 more, that means the price now is 4 rupees per meter. Now the total cost will be 26 into 4, that is 104. Earlier the cost was 75, now the cost is 104. So the increase in the overall cost will be 104 minus 75, and that is equal to 29. So option C, that is 29, is the correct answer for this question. All right. So friends, that's all about Ace in algebra in this session. I hope you liked this session. I hope you enjoyed this session. This is the list of the upcoming sessions for all of you. Now on 12th of June, I'll be presenting you the second part of logical reasoning score maximizer. And on 14th of June, the next part of algebra will be there. And this is the entire schedule for the next 5 days. All right. Now, please don't forget to join us for IPM Rohtak 2022 first impression and detailed analysis on 26th of June, and for IPMAT Indore 2022 first impression and detailed analysis on 2nd of July. All right. You can subscribe our YouTube channel of BYJU'S exam prep and then press the bell icon so that you will not miss any of the notifications. Follow us on Insta, like us on Facebook, join our Telegram channel, and download our app from Google Play. That's all from my dear friends, from my side. Thank you very much. We'll see you again. Have a good day.